This is me, about to snorkel off the coast of East Africa. Let's back up a little bit. How do we get here? Hello, good morning, and welcome to Kenya! We are here. They are welcoming us with song and dance. They've been out there performing for going on about an hour of singing and dancing and including everyone getting off the ship in it. And it's been so beautiful to watch and see as I've been getting ready to head out. I'm about to go meet up with some of the lifelong learners and travel around with them for the day, so that should be super exciting. And I think we're just gonna kind of look around the city, see what we can't find, see if we can't take some pictures and explore a little bit, and then come back to the ship. And I have all day tomorrow to do stuff, and then I head out for my safari, Tsavo East, and we have an amazing group going, and then I come back after that and I have a field class. So that's my plan for Kenya. So much happening. It's going to be so much fun. But today we're starting out with my lifelong learner group and going exploring. So let's get to it. So we started out with our shuttle ride into the center of the city where it dropped us at a hotel, and we walked to the Fort Jesus Fort, which was absolutely gorgeous, and we just kind of wandered around there for a while, took it all in. We were able to see these Portuguese wall drawings, which were super cool, and they had all sorts of fun other things like these whale bones from a humpback whale that had washed up, and they also had a human skeleton, or at least the replica above the real human skeleton, which we were able to see, and that was super neat. Then we decided to walk around Old Town, so we saw these beautiful buildings, and we did a little bit of shopping, and just got exploring before we got back on the bus and headed back to the ship. So I am back on the ship now, and we had a great time out exploring. We went to see Old Town and explored all sorts of stuff. And now I just took a shower because it was really hot outside, so I had to cool off. And I think I'm gonna go to dinner here soon. It's 5:30. So dinner just started. I'm gonna give it a little bit. I'm not quite hungry. We didn't get our lunch until late. So I'm gonna wait, see if any of my friends come back on the ship, and then go to dinner. And then I have all night. I think I'm just gonna hang out. I'm not gonna worry about packing. My roommates leave at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so then I'll have all day tomorrow in the room all by myself to pack and do whatever I need to do, probably some laundry. And then, yeah, should be fun. Good morning. Today is day 2 in Kenya, and I have spent the morning just kind of hanging out. Not really doing much. I've been reading a lot, and now I'm packing to get ready for my safari that starts tomorrow. So I think that's basically all I'm doing today is packing and maybe some laundry, and then meeting up with some friends. But other than that, that's about all I have planned for today. We'll see if that changes, but yeah, day 2. Okay, so I've been packing kind of all morning on and off, and I did some laundry, and I'd say I'm like fully packed now, I think. Just about, at least. And I'm gonna go get some lunch and see if I can't run into some friends, and then see what I get up to for the rest of the day, because I've got all day to do whatever. So under the influence of one of the lifelong learners who I had lunch with, I got myself some ice cream, and I'm just sitting outside looking right at the port, but that doesn't matter. I'm sitting outside and I'm just gonna enjoy it and have a little relaxing day. Good morning. Today is day 3 in Kenya and the day where I leave for my Tsavo East safari. So I'm gonna go get some breakfast and then meet up with my group, and we're gonna head out. I'm so excited. I am putting my shoes on now to go meet up with my group in the Union, and then I think we're just gonna kind of wait a little bit until we have a bus, and then we're busing 4 hours to Tsavo. So I'm very excited. This should be amazing. I don't know. They said there may be limited outlets, limited internet, you know, all that jazz. So not too much different than the ship, but enough that I'm a little bit worried about my camera battery or my phone battery. So we'll see what happens, and I don't know. It should be so fun no matter what. I just have to make sure that I'm getting pictures and videos of everything, because if I'm gonna see the big five, I gotta prove that I saw the big five. So I gotta take all the pictures. But yeah, it's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited. We've got a really good group, and I've got Gerald, my RD, leading, co-leading with Eddie, who is my ship dad. So I think it's really funny that I got these two, but I'm so excited. So once we got off the ship, we realized that we were not in fact going to be in buses, but our safari vehicles, the whole 4-hour drive out to Savo. We're apparently driving in Jeeps for the 4 hours, so we're in a big Jeep. We just did a pit stop at this little like convenience store to go to the bathroom and get like snacks, and we're gonna head back out on the road. I think we have about an hour left before we get there, so maybe not. It'll probably be longer, but it should be super fun. The Jeeps are really fun, and yeah. We got free safari hats, actual safari hats. It's gonna be great. So after driving for a while longer and seeing the really cool camels, we pulled into Voi and then started taking the dirt road to our lodge, which was really fun and kind of our first dipping our toe in experience to what the safari had in store for us. And then once we got to our lodge, we walked around a little bit and they brought us to this room where they kind of had everyone hang out until they could get the keys sorted, and they gave us our roommates and sent us off. And a lot of us went to lunch where we could actually see 2 elephants right off the bat just sitting there while we were eating. And then we found out it wasn't just the 2 elephants, but there was in fact at least 1 hippo in the water with them. Okay, I just made it to my room. I can see the elephants from my room, and we have a balcony where I can look out and just look at the watering hole. Okay, a little room tour. Here's our front door. We've got the closet space where all our bags are. We've got a desk. And then the real moneymaker, the view. So we've got 2 double beds and then a twin bed here. And then our bathroom, pretty standard. And then the view with the screen door so I can keep it open and see the elephants. And then finally it was time for our first game drive. So we've loaded up into our Jeeps and headed out onto the safari. So the first animal we saw was actually just this lone elephant who was very cute and was just kind of playing in the mud. And then it was kind of the only time the whole trip that I was sitting for a lot of our game drives. It was just this beginning part. We're on a safari. And then we saw these zebras, but we were kind of on the chase for something else. So I stood up again and we hit the road. And I think the road hit me back. I got a couple bruises from this trip. And this is just how wild it was trying to see a lion. We had heard that there was a lion, and everyone went there. So then the lion hid, and we got back on the road and decided to look at different things, maybe see if the lion would come out later. But we never ended up seeing it that night. Okay, we just got back to the hotel after the game drive, and now I'm gonna go sit on the perch, the plank, the observation area with some friends, and then we're gonna go to dinner, and then I don't know what we're doing. just had dinner, and then they started this dance, singing, drum performance. It's amazing. I talked to some folks on my crew, and I'm looking at the stars now, and I'm about to walk out onto the little pier that they have for like looking at the watering hole, and then I'm going to bed because we have to be up and at the Vans tomorrow at 6 a.m. we're leaving, so 5:45 we have to be there. But the stars, can you even pick them up? They're crazy. They're insane tonight. Like, they could be so much brighter, but there's all these lights around, but they're still so incredible. Like, this is more stars than I see on the ship. Good morning and welcome to day 4 in Kenya. We are up early this morning before the sun has even risen, and we're gonna head out on our first game drive for today. We have 2. Otherwise, we don't have much going on, but we're gonna get a little talk about some of the history of the area and some of the animals, and maybe go swimming. But it's just mostly a chill day today with 2 game drives, so let's get going. Aggressive birds. Yeah, no, they had it going. So something fun we did on our safari was what we were calling the high-speed chases, which is basically anytime we heard the word Simba on the radio and we sat down and took off flying down the dirt roads. So that's what Cooper is pointing for. She was very excited for the lion. And with all this high-speed chasing, there was a lot of dust, so I got my inner cowboy out. We found the lions. They're right there. We came to the pool. It was Tristan, Anastasia, Cooper, and I. They just went to take pictures in the other pool that overlooks the nature overlook area. So I stayed in the pool and I had the whole pool to myself. And it's really shallow, so I'm just like crouching here. Even on my knees, it's really shallow. But it's really nice out, and so we're enjoying it a little bit. We swam and then we had lunch. And then we chatted for a bit, and I ended up walking to the store with Cooper, and we bought some like trinkets and stuff. I got a postcard since I need a postcard from each country, and then I want a postcard from each country. And then we kind of did a loop and then ended up walking back. So I'm in my room now. I'm just gonna hang out. I opened the door because there's an amazing breeze happening right now, and yeah, so I'm just gonna hang out until 3:30 when Cooper and I are meeting up to do some pictures, and then we have a group picture happening at 3:45, and then we head out on our last game drive at 4. So that's my plan. Hey vlog. We are all here and we're stopped because someone got a flat tire, so we can't leave them behind. Rude. But we get to be out here longer, so that's fun. We're doing a photo shoot on the back and it's really fun, and it's sunset, so it's really gorgeous and fun. And yeah. All right, we're getting on the move. I'm out and about in Africa. Anya, you gotta get back to your own Jeep. Run! Okay, good morning from Kenya. This is Kenya day 5. I am heading to try and get some breakfast really quick before we all have to check out and leave. We're leaving at 7:30. We have to meet up at 7:25 and it's 7:15. So my roommate is finishing getting ready and she's gonna meet me up here and we're gonna check out together. But yeah, it's been so fun here. This lodge is amazing. The boy lodge, it's been so good. So as we were leaving, we actually had an impromptu, at least to us, game drive where we basically drove the entire length of Savo East and we saw all sorts of things and just had a total blast driving on the road. And this herd of buffalo was actually like at least 2,000 buffalo mixed in with these zebras that were hanging out with them. It was incredible to see when we were pulling up. I thought they were a bunch of shrubs, but it was just tons and tons of buffalo. And then an ostrich. Like, what? Oh my god!
I fear you also have dust everywhere.
So maybe standing up for 3 hours on a dirt road following a bunch of other Jeeps wasn't my best idea, at least according to my skin, but it was so funny. And I did end up washing most of the dirt off in the rest stop bathroom at the gate of the park, so at least I wasn't going around looking like that the whole day. And then they gave us our boxed lunches for the rest of the drive back to the ship, and we definitely all were taking some pretty amazing naps on our drive back. I have never been so happy that my room is an icebox. This is the best feeling ever. It's so hot outside. Genuinely, so I can't even. It's so hot out, and this feels so good. Walking in here is amazing, and I gotta go shower. My hair, I don't think I'm gonna get the dirt out. I mean, like, it's in my eyebrows. It's all over my face still, even though I wash my face. It's everywhere. And my bed is so nice and clean. Shout out to Edwin. I love Edwin. Peace, love Edwin. I have a clean bed, and I'm not getting in that until I scrub as much dirt off of myself as possible. So I'm gonna go shower and then we'll see what I get up to on the ship. Good morning and happy last day in Kenya. Today is my day to go snorkeling with my coral reefs class, so I am all ready to go and everything's packed up, and I'm about to head to the Union to meet up with my group, and then we leave and we drive to the place and we meet with a reef conservation group, and we're gonna talk with them before we go out snorkeling. It's my first time snorkeling. I'm so excited, and yeah, let's get into it. So when we got to the ferry, it was actually really interesting. A lot of people use this ferry as a commuter vehicle, so it's just a bunch of people that walk on and off of that ferry, and we got to see everyone loading and unloading from the ferry, which was really neat. And then we drove some more, we did some name games, different stuff to keep us busy. Then when we got to the park, we changed and headed out to a boat to take us to our boat, to then take us out to the dive spot. We're about to go snorkeling. It's so cool. So the boat in this clip looks a lot like the one we were on, which I'm lovingly referring to as the pirate ship. And then we got our gear, which was so exciting, and we started to head out. So now that you're all caught up, let's get back to what we started with. Snorkeling off the coast of East Africa. as I am today. It is not the day for that. pirate ship got us as far as it could. We had to take a smaller boat to the tide area that we walked up to get to the restaurant. It was so beautiful here. Absolutely incredible. These stairs were just put into the rock. It was absolutely amazing. And then after lunch, we were able to just kind of hang out and watch the waves, sit on the sand. It was totally incredible. And we just got to look at the views before another ship came in, boat. And we had to pack up and head back to our boat to get back to our ship. There were so many crabs running around on this wall. It was actually crazy to see them like scurrying up the ceiling and hiding into the holes. Kind of terrifying, kind of super cool. And that is a wrap on Kenya. We just got back on the ship from our amazing day out on the reef, and I am so salty and dry, but we're not allowed to shower because we need to conserve water. So they're doing something and we need to not shower until we leave. We have a mandatory lifeboat drill here in about an hour, and then I'm gonna go eat dinner soon because I'm hungry. We've been out working all day. And other than that, we're heading off to South Africa. So it was so amazing, so beautiful and colorful here, and I had so much fun, and I can't wait to see what I get up to in South Africa. If you've ever wondered what semester at sea is like,